BKP. Let's pick up where we left off. So we got the Concerned Citizens of Blue Ridge, Steve Setzer, Swan Drive-In owner, Chief of Police, allegedly Chief of Police and Setzer, allegedly Chief of Police Johnny Searcy, Councilwoman Angie Arp, and Mark Thomason, the publisher. So that's the claim. Now what I have, okay, is a demand letter where they say that he was up to about $23,000 a month in advertising. So what I have here is I have 12 editions. 12 editions right in a row. Now I use these for different reasons. I use these 12 editions of this young man's publication for one, to file a complaint with the Ethics Commission here concerning a consent order for Johnny James Searcy, because he forgot to list on his campaign finance forms his advertising in this paper. So I was just going through here and I was wondering, I have the rate sheet. So here's what I could do. I could take the rate sheet and I could take 12, 90 days, 12. Is that 3 months? Yeah, one a week, right? I could do 90 days, right? 1, 2, right? 3 months. I can't do math this morning. But I could give you an average of what, if everybody paid for the advertising, if they did, what the value would be. I could do that. And I'm wondering if it's $23,000. So I just thought while I was sitting here, I would wait and look and see. And hell, there's a Swan Drive-In. Well, Steve, that's Steve Setzer, owner, and happened to be Batman versus Superman that night. A big half-page ad. I wonder what that cost in this paper from Steve Setzer to Swan Drive-In, a.k.a. one of the Concerned Citizens of Blue Ridge, a.k.a. wait till the last one I've got to give you. Here's the concession menu. Coming soon. I love this one. Coming soon. The BP Weenie Dog. BP. What the hell? Oh, I understand. Sources tell me they left the K out, BKP, because in the meeting they discussed that they might meet my attorney. Yeah, they was like, I understand when they were going to print BKP Weenie Dog. I mean, I always wanted a hot dog named after me, right? I could go with that. Oscar Mayer, my bologna has a first name, whatever the hell. I mean, I had a hot dog well on the way. But the BP Weenie Dog, I understand that if they put the K at the meeting, they were concerned they would meet my attorney. They still may. I'm sorry. Drive-In, the Swan. I wonder what that cost. So, I have these editions. Let's see. I was thinking, I thought I seen one with a big ad with Johnny. Let me just see. Don't stay with me. Daggone it. It won't take long. That's Swan Drive-In. Let's see. I'm not going to name all the other people. It's not fair to them to name them. But let's see. I thought I picked up on one. There's Rusty Woodenbacher. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. Let's see, who else there? There's got to be one somewhere. There's a couple other names. I don't want to push it. Oh, there's Johnny. There's John. All right, there you go. There's Johnny. I just go, Johnny's in there. He was running for sheriff. Okay, let me move along. So, I could actually do 3 months, right? 12 divided by 4, all right. And I can actually get what the value is. But the interesting thing is, I start seeing the Swan Drive-In in there and so many other things. And I wonder. Now sources, because they'll be deposed, and I know when you hear sources, you think of fake New York Times and Washington Post, and you don't like sources. But if this lawsuit goes the distance, and this demand goes forward, if they do, this is the if, there will be people deposed. I have 3 people, 3 sources, that I'm going to wait for them to be deposed, and I do not want them. Look, Mr. Crane, I want to tell you why I'm using the word sources right now. Mr. Patrick Crane had the nerve to go public, and look what they've done to him. All right, he had to. These sources right now, you don't understand. I get anonymous phone calls that tell me, say, do you realize that somebody will burn your house down? Now, I'm not saying anybody in particular. They name. All right, I get anonymous phone calls saying you better be careful. Why? Why the hell should I have to be careful? Why the hell should I have to be concerned my house is burnt down? Why the hell should I have to be concerned with all these things? Right? So I'm not going to out these sources. They may get deposed. In fact, I think they will. So I'm not going to name them for their safety. Three sources told me, okay, that Mr. Tomlinson had private investors. One, Councilwoman Angie Arp. Now, I don't know this to be true. I'm going on the sources. They'll get deposed. And the only reason I'm bringing it to you because I got three separate ones. And I think they're pretty good, and I think they were close enough to know. Three, Councilwoman Angie Arp, private investor. Three sources. Police Chief Johnny Searcy used, one source particularly says, used his credit card to pay the print bill. I don't know, just three sources. Three different sources say that Steve Setzer was a private investor in this publication and invested money in it. Three sources. So let me ask you a question. If you're making $23,000 a month, which is pretty damn good money in one county, get a couple reporters, print a paper, 23, that's pretty daggone good money. So if you're doing that, why do you have all of these investors, okay, that are supposedly private, sources say happen, why do you have those? And why do those investors match up? Steve Setzer, the Swan Drive-In, right? Johnny Searcy, Chief of Police, Angie Arp, Councilwoman Angie Arp, and Mark Tomlinson, publisher of the paper. Why do those supposedly private investors match up with the same names that Mr. Crane says consisted of the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge that got together, his words, and brought the investigation on the city cost $40,000? Interesting. Just wondering. Because I'll tell you what, I think with Mr. Tomlinson hanging his hat on Robert Vivian, okay, Alan DeRay Green, which Robert Vivian is in prison right now, okay, in March of 2015, a bond revocation hearing was held in the Fannin County Superior Court for Robert Vivian, which, oh my God, you should have heard the day that he pleaded in front of Judge Messier on how he burnt the house down. I was in the courtroom. Oh my God, it was like, oh, the details of how he burnt this house down was like, whoa, scary. All right, he's in prison, and Alan DeRay Green, a.k.a. Blank Ray, as he goes by, as everybody in the county knows he refers to himself. So I think when this case goes any further, it's going to be very, very interesting when they open the books. Going to be very interesting when they open the books. Just saying, okay? Now, I'm going to take another break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make just a couple more comments. I'll take one more break, Richie. I'm going to come back and make a couple more comments. This is the same segment, all right? I want to talk about the Swan Drive-In for a minute. I have some concerns there, and I'll come right back to this. Take a break, Richie.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
I've had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life, and I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm just going to do about 10 more minutes, then we're going to go back to national news. We've been talking about this. I'm putting this together. I've just, the city is a great city. Let me open up. This is a great city. The city of Blue Ridge is a phenomenal city. It's a great place to visit. It's a great place to raise your children in Fannin County. It's great, period. Just like that. I mean, but some things, some things are just not okay. And that's where we're at, because if you think about it, the parking, there's only one resolve to the parking, and that happens to be the Pax property, which the Pax are great people that own this piece of property. But it's interesting that 100, 200, 300, I don't know how many, right there at City Hall, right downtown where you would not need a shuttle. How many of you know that visitors have parked at City Hall and walk right into town? So if you could put 100 spaces just walk into town, the Pack property, you'd have to have a shuttle. So why is that the only piece of property or only thing they will discuss? Now, it may be, my thought, it may be that the Pack property borders Miss Arp's property, Councilwoman Arp's property. It may be that once they put that property parking lot that would be 300 spaces maybe for right next door to hers, maybe. So let's look at this. The Swan Drive-In. Now, there's been a lot of controversy over the lease for the Swan Drive-In for quite some time. There's a couple things I want to make sure that you're aware of out there as the citizens of Blue Ridge. The city owns the property. They're the owners of the property, the Swan Drive-In property. They are the owners of all the buildings. The buildings belong to the city. That's my understanding. Okay. They're the owners of the buildings. They're the owners of the property. They own the screen that you watch the movie on. All right? So city owns the screen. City owns the property. City owns the building. So I guess when you go on the concession stand, that building belongs to the city. I'm not for sure. The projection room belongs to the city. That's my thought. All right? So even the little booth that goes in to take the money, the cash money, that's my understanding. Now also, I hope I'm not off a fraction one way or the other, because this is not my opinion. It's just, I'll let you know, it's just what I understand from the lease that Mr. Setzer has, $500 a month. That's right. That's all you get is $500 a month. Now, it might be $525, $535 or something, so it might be a fraction, but in the area, $500 a month. Okay, so the screen some years back, we're looking at about 5 years ago, right? The screen needed to come down according to some people because it's dangerous and it was old and it was rotted. And I went up and walked through the underneath of it. I went up with former council member Michael Eaton. He took me underneath it, walked the whole thing. I looked at rotted timbers. They were afraid that any storm at any time would tear it down. Mr. Setzer showed me metal that was coming off of it, and supposedly it was damaged in a storm beyond repair. That's what I understand. Okay? So they did an insurance claim on this screen and put a new one in. All right, that's a subject in itself. When they tore the old screen down, I was there. Let's see. Oh, I have the video. What the hell? What do I do? I've got the video, folks. I have the video of the screen. I went and set up a camera, and I've got the video. And God knows, okay, God knows that if Mr. Setzer would have known that they would be an 8/23/2017, and I wouldn't be making a statement that allegedly he was a member of the or the Concerned Citizen of Blue Ridge, and allegedly he's a private owner of the Fan and Focus, he would not have let me set up that day. But I got the video. So I watched this screen come down, and I watched them load it on a truck. Got the video. Load it on a truck. Watch them load it all up, take it off. Haul it to the recycling. Recycling gives you money. I'm just saying. Guess who drove the truck to Priest? Priest Recycling. Guess who drove the truck to Priest Recycling with the metal from the old screen and discarded it for money? Patrick Crane. Patrick Crane drove the truck. They paid. He come across the scales. He had scrap metal. They gave him a certain amount of money. Just saying. That's my understanding. Talking to him. I said, who got paid? He said, whoa. I was just driving his truck. You know, I hauled it off. Okay, so no problem. I am going to do an open records request today because every time I've asked, I've not done the open records request, I don't see where any of the scrap money was deposited into the city's bank account general fund that came from the screen. I can't find it anywhere. I just can't. Now, I don't know if it was $500 or $1,000. I don't know if it was $800. I don't know what they got for it. But it was your screen, your scrap, and your money, and I can't find the deposits. Just say it. Now, the other thing I understand is, well, you know, that should probably be enough. We'll go into the cash side of some businesses later. We're going to leave it at that. So for all of those people that are on the internet yelling fake news, I sure as hell have a whole lot of video. I sure as hell have a whole lot of statements. I sure as hell have a whole lot of documents. And I've got a whole lot of time into it, and I've got some sources I can't name for their safety. Isn't it a shame I can't name these people for their safety? Isn't it a shame that I get phone calls about my safety? All right? It's a shame. It's a damn shame. All right. Well, you know, when someone makes a statement, okay? When someone makes a statement that a police chief's badge, I'm serious. When somebody makes a statement that a police chief's badge goes to the highest bidder, that's the statement. That's one, okay? And when we have everything going on that we have with the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge and the possible private investors into this publication possible, I think it's really time that we have either GBI or FBI, because God knows Mark and Lynn Doss, I mean, you know, Lynn Doss met with the FBI. Maybe she can give us some tips on how to get the FBI to do an investigation. But that's what I think. I think it's time for maybe GBI. I think so. We got to check. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap up with some national news. This is the end of this segment. And we'll continue on. That's if the BKP weenie dog, if I make it through. I got to be careful. Take us a break.